How is it going, guys? It's been a while, and I'm sorry for being absent. I've been grumpy with myself in the last week, apart from also having started a new job, which took a bit of time just to learn the ropes a little bit more. But I'm working from home now, which is awesome. I got more time. But I've been grumpy with myself because in this whole sell off, I didn't make nearly as much money as I should have. And these are, the opportunities where you gotta capitalize and uh, really, have your account for other days where things are slower, where things don't move as much, where profits are just a little bit smaller as well. So anyway, I caught myself. And I'm back with my market outlook. I got some feedback that I mean, the feedback itself was uh, there was little feedback as well, but the feedback that I got sounded like just keep doing them. Even if it's not for you guys, at least for me, it's also to put in words what I see in the market and stuff like that. So I'll keep doing them for now. And hopefully at some point they find a larger audience. Anyway, let's look at the market. So what ATG pointed out at the close is actually really perfect for what what I'm thinking as well. I got the levels already. Or what just when it comes to our like the areas trading kind of system that we've been trying to nail into or pound into you guys' heads. So what that means is that we have let me um, draw. Yeah, okay, let me delete these drawings so we have like a clean slate. Yeah, cool. So what we have here is we we came back up over the 200 SMA, which is to be expected after like such a fast push underneath. And now I guess it's going to figure out where it wants to go next. What ATG pointed out now is that we failed, like at significant resistance levels here at the lower celt on the daily, at the upper celt on the 4 hour, and now we are kind of retracing, like the previous support, which uh, kind of coincides with this 30, kind of 60 level, 3050, which is, like the 200 SMA on the daily, which is the 14 SMA on the 4 hour. And I could absolutely see this retrace there, back there. It's also, like the bottom of this consolidation here. And if we look at ATG's levels. We look at this here. That's like that is oh yeah, like it's those red lines here as well. So where we've been, like consolidating here quite a while before we broke above. So that's kind of like the retracement level where I would be looking to get long again. Small, of course, like I'm not going to overdo it. But yeah, like that 14 MA on the 4 hour. That's, I think, will be a good target for a re-entry long. Now, when we look at the VIX and just the volatility in general, I am not quite sure if we are through with the worst just yet, because this volatility has not has stayed bit a little bit, especially like after the Fed stupidity yesterday. Um, so like when you look at other VIX spike where it came back a fair bit quicker. You know what? It's actually like we are still on track. When I look at this, we should still be on track. I just feel like uh, in general, it feels like there's quite a bit of uncertainty still. And that's why that VIX stays bid. And we see this also in the VVIX, where we are also still hovering a little bit on elevated levels. And also, very important, UVXY has actually quite held quite well here. So who knows? Uh, I personally think, just looking at the market again, uh, we've had in several stocks now, we've had bullish, bearish moving average crosses. So even if we, like retrace to that 14 MA on the 4 hour and then get back over the middle Celt, that 14 MA touch is actually would be a decent short spot here, because as you guys know from ATG's kind of the way he teaches it, and the way we all are trading it, is like the first touch of the 14 MA after a cross, no matter whether it's bullish or bearish, is a high probability. Like if it's a bearish one, is a high probability short, or if it's a bullish one, would be a high probability long. We saw that. Like that's what I asked ATG earlier today, but it was more about that cross over the 14 here, cross over the 14, retested here and held. That's another, kind of long setup that we like to trade. So all of these factors say very short term, bearish. Perhaps this retraces down until down here, until the open, and then the day itself is going to be another like trend day into the 14 MA, or like until the end of the week, or perhaps mid of next week or something like that. But in general, I see this 14 MA as more of a resistance or an opportunity to get back short. Right, let's look at just a few individual stocks. Apple, it's a kind of the same thing that I've already, that it's kind of doing what we already want to see with the market. It's touched this 14 MA. It didn't get over. So what we would probably want to see is like a retest of that lower Celt, and if that holds, we could hopefully we might see more upside depending on what the market does. But like this is actually fairly bearish on that first moving average touch. On the other hand, what you could probably say is that this day was the first 14 MA touch. So perhaps this is already done, and it's now actually trying to go for the middle Celt, because it opened over the lower Celt, and now the middle Celt could actually be the target for this. We will see. Cisco, that one again, like same setup. Watch for the lower Celt for the 14 MA, and then see from there. If we manage to close over the 14 MA at any point in the next week or so, the 30 MA would be the target long, which would be a nice trade. It has quite a bit of, it's quite far away now, so that could be a nice trade. Costco, speak about relative strength. Like that one, again, if the market wants to, rally into the daily 14 MA in the next few days, this could, rally into the upper Celt, where this would offer a short opportunity into, say, the 14 MA or the middle Celt in the next few days. LK, I've been getting into calls somewhere in here during the sell-off, because I saw how well it held up. I think it was here after it tried to head lower and closed bullish again. So now we've had the bullish cross here. So what I'm hoping to see is, for it to go straight into, like this 43.50 kind of level, and then perhaps if it wants to go right away, pull away or retrace into the 14 and then go. And then we could also look for a uppercut long, like something like this, closes over, tests the uppercut and goes. Closes over, tests uppercut and goes. So these are the things that I'd be looking for on this one. I like the broken trend line here. So with a bullish market, this could also have a nice little run. Intel, kind of the same thing as the others, like Cisco and stuff like that. Just looking for a retrace and then perhaps a reshort. Netflix, that's the last one. That one is strong. Closed, like it closed over that 14 MA a few times here, and the middle cut. There's probably the middle cut that I'm more interested here, but it never managed to really hold. But it stayed relatively strong compared to the market. So if we could retrace into the middle celt or like just at 380 level tomorrow, this could be a nice long into the 400 level slash upper celt in the next few days if the market decides to recover. Oh, look at that. We also have like these previous highs here that are right here as well. So that if we get over that 386, that definitely could be a nice long into the 400 slash 395. All right, guys, that's it from me. Good work in chat. I think in general, from what I see, I'm sorry if I'm yelling at some of you sometimes. It's just we really care, and sometimes I get frustrated when people don't listen. Let's just do the same thing over and over again. And for me personally, whenever I've had a mentor, the moments where I learned the most is when they kicked my ass. So I'm not here to um, to sing you lullabies and give you little pats on the back and stuff like that. I want you guys to succeed, and we all are going to be tough. We want to be tough on you guys so that we also don't attract the wrong people, as in, like people who just want to have their hand held. So we want you guys to listen, to emulate what we are doing, and then start doing it yourself. But first, you gotta emulate what especially like when you trade the market, there's no one better than addicted to listen to. So take advantage of the knowledge. If you have any questions about options mechanics, that's when you come to me. If you have any questions about fundamentals and the market itself, that's when you go to Nikki. But we all know what each other is doing, and we all know each other's systems as well. So just ask questions as much as you can, and I guarantee you guys you'll be successful. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys at the open. Have a good one.